Legislative Assembly, Legislative Council. Legislative Council. As of January 2021, how many states have the upper house called State Legislative Council? As of January 2021, how many states have upper house called State Legislative Council? In Hindi, Vidhan Parishad. These are six states. Six states have legislative council or Vidhan Parishad. As of January 2021, there are as many as six states that have upper house called State Legislative Council. State Legislative Council. One third of members of the Vidhan Parishad retire every year. One third of the member of the Vidhan Parishad retire every 2 years. Though the tenure of member of Legislative Council is of 6 years, but its one third member retire every second year. Currently, 6 Indian states have Legislative Council. Which are these 6 states? These are Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, because the Telangana Andhra Pradesh bifurcate between Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. So that's why if Andhra Pradesh have the legislative council, so also the Telangana have legislative council. Maharashtra, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. These are 5 states. Those have legislative council. Which are these 5 states? Andhra Pradesh. If Andhra Pradesh, there is also the Telangana. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, or one of Karnataka. As per Constitution of India, the term of the member of Council of State is for 6 years. Article 169 of the Indian Constitution provides for the formation of Legislative Council. It is a permanent house. The minimum age limit for becoming a member of Legislative Council is 30 years and the term of each member is 6 years. Which of the following state has bicameral legislature? That is Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir have bicameral legislature. Indian state Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh have bicameral legislature. These question I get wrong. No, it is right. Bicameral legislature. These states have 2 houses known as Legislative Council and Legislative Assembly. In the remaining states, there is only one house known as Legislative Assembly. Note, at the time when question was asked, Jammu and Kashmir was having bicameral legislature. In 2019, the Jammu and Kashmir Recognition Act 2019 was passed, which reconstituted the state into 2 union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, with effect from 31st October 2009. 31st October 2009. One minute. 31st October 2009. Which of the following state has a bicameral legislature? Odisha, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh. Bihar has bicameral legislature. Which of the following state has bicameral legislature? Uttarakhand, Maharashtra, Himachal Pradesh, Paschim Bengal. This is Maharashtra. Because the 5 states have bicameral legislature, before bifurcation of Jammu and Kashmir into union territories, India have 6 states. Those have bicameral legislature. But after bifurcation of Jammu and Kashmir, there is remaining 5 states which have legislative council. These 5 states are Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Maharashtra. So these are Bihar. ठीक है. The minimum age limit for the member of the Vidhan Parishad is it is 30 years. Minimum age limit for the member of Vidhan Parishad Our legislative council is 30 years. Its members have a fixed tenure of 6 years and one third of its members retire every second year. Like as of Rajya Sabha, minimum age limit for members of Vidhan Sabha or Legislative Assembly is 25 years. As per the Constitution of India, the National Capital Territory of Delhi shall have a Council of Ministers consisting of not more than of the total number of members in the Legislative Assembly, that should be 10%. 10%. According to Article 239, according to the Article 239A of the Indian Constitution, the member of minister in the Council of Ministers of Delhi shall not exceed the 10% of total members of Delhi Legislative Assembly. The total number of seats in Legislative Assembly of Delhi is 70. Hence, it will have 7 ministers, 1 CM and other 6 ministers. And also according to Article 75 of the Indian Constitution, the Central Council of Ministers may not exceed 15% of total members of Lok Sabha. Now Legislative Assembly. Who was the first woman Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh? She is Sucheta Kripalani. 25 June 1908 to 1 December 1974 was Indian first woman Chief Minister of any state in India. She served as Chief Minister of the Uttar Pradesh from 1963 to 1967. Who was the first woman Chief Minister of an Indian state? She is Sucheta Kripalani. Sucheta Kripalani is the first CM of the Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. Freedom fighter Sucheta Kripalani became the first woman Chief Minister of which state? Uttar Pradesh. The Jammu and Kashmir State Legislative Assembly has tenure of 6 years. The Jammu and Kashmir State Legislative Assembly has tenure of 6 years. Jammu and Kashmir State Legislative Assembly had tenure of 6 years. However, other states of India have 5-year tenure of Legislature Assembly. If a budget is defeated in the legislature of state, then the Council of Ministers along with the Chief Minister has to resign. If the state legislature refuses to pass annual budget, then it is usually considered that the government of the day and lost the faith in the legislature state. It does not have majority of the legislative. In such a scenario, the Council of Ministers along with the Chief Minister has to resign. Who has the shortest tenure as Chief Minister? Who has the shortest tenure as Chief Minister? Who has the shortest tenure as Chief Minister? Harish Rawat. Harish Rawat has shortest tenure as Chief Minister. Harish Rawat term as Chief Minister was the shortest term as per the given option. Harish Rawat 21st April 2016 to 22 April 2016, 1 day, only for 1 day. Harish Rawat term as Chief Minister was the shortest term as per the given option because he is remain only 1 day as a Chief Minister. So this is seeing it is shortest because there is nothing shortest like 1 day. So Harish Rawat is 21st April 2016 to 22nd April 2016. B.S. Yedurappa 17 May 2018 to 23 May 2018, 6 day. Om Prakash Chautala 12 July 1990 to 17 July 1990, 5 days. अच्छा, देवेंद्र फडणवीस 23 November 2019 to 26 November 2019, 3 days. Devendra Fadnavis. Now we will discuss about judiciary. Who among the following was the Chief Justice of India designated in April 2021? He is Justice N.V. Ramana. This is the matter of 2021, not 2023. In 2023, N.V. Ramana is not the Chief Justice. As per April 2021, Justice N.V. Ramana was appointed as Chief Justice of India. In 1862, the High Court was first established at Madras. In 1862, the High Court was first established at Madras. The Contempt of Courts Act was passed to define and limit the power of certain courts in publishing contempt of courts and to regulate their procedure in relation thereto. In which of the following year was the act passed? 1971. This is a little bit hard question. The Contempt of Courts Act was passed in 1971 to define and limit the power of certain courts in punishing contempt of courts and to regulate their procedure. In which of the following year did the Supreme Court of India came into existence after independence? That is 1950. Supreme Court. One minute. There should be some hurdles. Supreme Court of India came into existence on 26 January 1950 and is located on Tilak Marg New Delhi. The Supreme Court of India functioned from the Parliament House till it moved to the present building on the 28th of January 1950. 2 days after India became a sovereign democratic republic, the Supreme Court came into being. Article 124 to 147 in Part 5 of the Constitution deal with the organization, independence, jurisdiction, powers and procedure of the Supreme Court. The 48th and present Chief Justice of Supreme Court is N.V. Ramana, and M.V. Ramana is not, according to 2023, not present the N.V. Ramana. He is appointed as Chief Justice of India in 2021. In 2023, there is a easy name, but I unable to pronounce that. In between discussion I will remember that, so I will tell you who is the present Chief Justice of India. A dispute between two states came to the Supreme Court under which jurisdiction? That is original jurisdiction. Article 131 of the Indian Constitution grants original jurisdiction to the Supreme Court. According to this, the Supreme Court of India has original jurisdiction over the following matters: any dispute between the Government of India and other one or more state, any dispute between Government of India and any state or state on the side and one or more other state or another side, any dispute between two or more states, any dispute between two and more states, any dispute between two and more states. One minute, I will rectify this problem so that we will easily record the video. There is sound problem happened. 1 minute, I will rectify it. Yes, I can do it. Okay, I think that you listen me properly right now. Okay. So any dispute between two or more states, the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court covers national integrity of India, civil and criminal cases, dispute between different unit of Indian Union, terrorism related cases. That is C, dispute between different unit of Indian Union. Which of the following was the first High Court established in India? Calcutta. Calcutta is the first High Court established in India. The Calcutta High Court was the first High Court established in India. It was formally opened on 1st July 1862 with Sir Barnes Peacock as its first Chief Justice. Earlier it was known as the High Court of Judicature at Fort William. Presently, it is the oldest high court in India and has jurisdiction over the state of West Bengal and Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The power of Supreme Court of India to decide dispute between the center and the state falls under its original jurisdiction. The power of Supreme Court of India to decide dispute between the center and state tells under its original jurisdiction. The original jurisdiction of court is the power to hear a case for the first time as opposed to appellate jurisdiction when a court has the power to review a lower court decisions. In India, the Supreme Court has exclusive original jurisdiction on all cases between the government and the states or between government and state on one side or one more states on other side or cases between different states. In addition, Article 32 of the Constitution of India grants writ jurisdiction to the Supreme Court on all cases involving the enforcement of fundamental rights of citizens of India. What does the abbreviation PIL stand for? What does the abbreviation PIL stand for? Public interest litigation. Public interest litigation. Public interest litigation PIL. What is the full form of PIL? Public interest litigation is the full form of PIL. Public interest litigation is the full form of PIL. So what is the full form of PIL? Public interest litigation referred to litigation undertaken to secure So what does the abbreviation PIL stand for? Public interest litigation. P for public, I for interest, L for litigation. Public interest litigation PIL refers to in litigation undertaken to secure public interest and demonstrate the availability of justice to socially disadvantaged parties and was introduced by Justice P.N. Bhagwati. To ensure a fair trial in courts, the Indian Constitution has provided three rights. Which of the following is not one of those three rights? No person would be punished for the same offence more than once. No person born in India will be tried under foreign laws. No law shall declare any action as illegal from a backdate. No person shall be asked to give evidence against himself or herself. That is, I think so, B. B. No person born in India will be tried under foreign laws. The three rights provided by Constitution of India to ensure fair trial are described in Article 20 of Indian Constitution. These are no person shall be convicted of any offence except for violation of the law in force at the time of commission of the act charged as an offence, nor be subjected to penalty greater than that which might have been inflicted under the law in force at the time of the commission of the office. No person shall be prosecuted and punished for the same offence more than once. No person accused of any offence shall be compelled to be witness against himself. Lok Adalats have been created under Legal Service Authority Act. The Lok Adalat have been constituted under the Legal Service Authority Act 1987. In India, it has become an alternative of courts for resolving different kind of issues. That is why it has been put under alternative dispute resolution. It is a forum where cases pending in court of law or at pre-litigation stage are compromised amicably. The first Lok Adalat was organized in Gujarat in 1982. Judges can hold office till reaching the age of retirement. The Constitution has not fixed the tenure of a judge of Supreme Court. However, it makes the following three provisions in regard. He holds office until he attains the age of 65 years. He can resign his office by writing to the President. He can be removed from his office by the President on the recommendation of the Parliament. Which of the following article of the Constitution of India lays down the procedure for the removal of judge of the Supreme Court? Article 124. The procedure for removal of the Supreme Court judge is guided by Article 124 of the Constitution of India. Article 218 to 18 provide the application of certain provision relating to Supreme Court to High Courts. A judge of Supreme Court cannot be removed from office except by an order of the President passed after an address in each House of Parliament, supported by a majority of the total membership of that House, and by majority of not less than 2/3 of the member of the present and voting. Which of the following court can move cases from any court to itself? Supreme Court of India. Article 124 to 147 in Part 5 of the Constitution deal with the organization, independence, jurisdiction, powers and procedure of the Supreme Court. Article 139A states that the Supreme Court may, if it seem expedient so to do for the ends of justice, transfer any case, appeal or other proceedings before any high court to any other high court pending. Which of the following article is associated with the establishment and constitution of Supreme Court? That is 124. Independence of judiciary mean all of the following except executive must not restrain the functioning of the judiciary. It is right. Legislators should not interfere with the decision of the judiciary. It is right. Absence of accountability. Judges must be able to perform their function without fear. It is right, but it is wrong. Absence of accountability. The Constitution has made the following a provision to safeguard and ensure the independent and impartial functioning of the Supreme Court. Mode of appointment, security of tenure, fixed service condition, expenses charged on the consolidated fund, conduct of judges cannot be discussed, ban on practice after retirement, power to punish for its contempt, freedom to appoint its staff, its jurisdiction cannot be curtailed, separation from executive. The appointment of distinct judge in the states of India is done in consultation with the High Court by the governor. According to Article 233 of Indian Constitution, appointment of a person to be and the posting and promoting of district judge in any state shall be made by the governor of the state in consultation with the High Court. Which among the following is true for the Supreme Court of India? That is Federal Court, Court of Appeal, Guardian of the Constitution. All of the correct. Article 124 to 147 in Part 5 of the Constitution deals with the organization, independence, jurisdiction, power and procedure of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is a federal court. Its only seat is located in Delhi. It is the highest judicial court and the final court of appeal under the Constitution of India, with the power of judicial review to strike down the legislative and executive action contrary to the provision and scheme of the Constitution. Hence, it is also called as guardian of the Constitution. Subordinate courts are supervised by High Court. According to Article 235 of Indian Constitution, the system of appointment of judges, their qualification and working of subordinate courts is under the direct control and supervision of the High Court of the state concerned. The Judiciary Supreme Court, next High Court in the state, then Metropolitan and District and Session Judge. Metropolitan are also three types: Metropolitan Magistrates Courts, City Civil and Session Courts, Presidency Small Courts. District and Session Courts are also three types: Civil Subordinate Judges, Provincial Small Court, and Criminal Court. And also civil subordinate judges court are also two types: munsif courts and Nyay Panchayat. Criminal court are also two types: subordinate magistrate and Panchayat Adalat. And subordinate magistrate are also two types: judicial and executive. This is the chart of the Indian code system. Indian code systems, Indian code rank. In the top of the structure, Supreme Court, then High Court in the state, then Metropolitan, then District and Sessions at all. Which one of the following is related to advisory jurisdiction of the Supreme Court? President of India seeks opinion on law or facts. The Supreme Court of India has advisory jurisdiction in matter which may specifically be referred to it by the President of India under Article 143 of the Constitution. The advice given by the Supreme Court is not binding on the President. Article 231 of the Indian Constitution, establishment of a common high court for two or more states, deals with the state government. Article 231 of the Constitution of India is related to the chapter of High Court in states under Part 6 of the Constitution and deals with the subject matter of state government. As per provision under this article, Parliament may by law establish a common high court for two or more states. High Court jurisdiction: Allahabad High Court, Uttar Pradesh; Andhra Pradesh High Court, Andhra Pradesh; Bombay High Court, Goa; दादर एंड नागर हवेली, दमन एंड दीव. बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट, देखो इतने बॉम्बे हाई कोर्ट का इतने पे चलता है. किस किस पे? गोवा, दादरा एंड नागर हवेली, दमन एंड दीव एंड महाराष्ट्र. कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट, महाराष्ट्र. कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट, अंडमान एंड निकोबार. कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट, अंडमान एंड निकोबार, आइसलैंड एंड वेस्ट बंगाल. छत्तीसगढ़ हाई कोर्ट, छत्तीसगढ़. दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट, एनसीटी ऑफ दिल्ली. गुवाहाटी हाई कोर्ट, अरुणाचल प्रदेश, असम, मिजोरम एंड नागालैंड. गुजरात हाई कोर्ट, गुजरात. हिमाचल प्रदेश हाई कोर्ट, हिमाचल प्रदेश. जम्मू एंड कश्मीर हाई कोर्ट, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर एंड लद्दाख. झारखंड हाई कोर्ट, झारखंड. कर्नाटक हाई कोर्ट, कर्नाटक. केरला हाई कोर्ट, केरला, लक्षद्वीप. मध्य प्रदेश हाई कोर्ट, मध्य प्रदेश. मद्रास हाई कोर्ट, तमिलनाडु, पुडुचेरी. मणिपुर हाई कोर्ट, मणिपुर. मेघालय हाई कोर्ट, मेघालय. उड़ीसा हाई कोर्ट, उड़ीसा. पटना हाई कोर्ट, बिहार. पंजाब एंड हरियाणा, चंडीगढ़, हरियाणा. हाई कोर्ट, पंजाब. राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट, राजस्थान. सिक्किम हाई कोर्ट, सिक्किम. तेलंगाना हाई कोर्ट, तेलंगाना. त्रिपुरा हाई कोर्ट, त्रिपुरा. उत्तराखंड हाई कोर्ट, उत्तराखंड. Name the first woman to become Chief Justice of State High Court in India. In High Court. In High Court. In High Court. Name the first woman to become Chief Justice of a State High Court in India. Leela Seth. Leela Seth is the first woman who become the Chief Justice of any High Court of India. Leela Seth, 20 October 1930 to 5 May 2017, was an Indian judge, served as the first woman judge of the Delhi High Court in 1978 and became the first woman to become Chief Justice of a High Court on 5 August 1991. She is the mother of novelist Vikram Seth. Who was the first woman judge of the Delhi High Court? Leela Seth. All of the following are the aim of Lok Adalat except secure justice to weaker section, right. Mass disposal of the cases, right. Minimize cost and delay, right. But C is wrong. Give the power to rule in the hand of the common man, it is wrong. Lok Adalat are important as an alternative mode of dispute settlement. It is organized by a state or district authority under Legal Service Authorities Act of 1987. It aims and includes securing justice to weaker section and mass disposal of cases to reduce cost and delay. It does not give power to rule in the state in the hands of the common man. Which article of the Constitution of India states that all authorities, civil, judicial and in the Territory of India shall act in aid of the Supreme Court. Article 144. The Article 144 of the Indian Constitution mentions that all authorities, civil and judicial, in the Territory of India shall act in aid of the Supreme Court. Article 121 restriction on discussion in Parliament. Article 137 review of judgment or orders by the Supreme Court subject to the provision of any law made by Parliament. In which year was the first ever motion to remove a Supreme Court justice signed by 108 members of the Parliament? 1991. In the year 1991, 108 members of the Parliament signed on a motion to remove a Judge V. Ramaswamy from his post. Justice Ramaswamy was alleged that he was involved in act of financial irregulation while being on post of Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court. So an impeachment bill was initiated against him but could not be passed. Name the first ever judge of the Supreme Court against whom the motion of impeachment was introduced into Parliament in independent India. Justice Ramaswamy. With reference to high courts and their seats, which of the following pairs is correctly matched? Which of the following pair is correctly matched? That is Uttarakhand, Nainital. With reference to the high court and their seats, which of the following pair is correctly matched? Uttarakhand, Nainital. State High Court. Gujarat, Ahmedabad High Court. Uttarakhand, Nainital. Odisha, Cuttack. Madhya Pradesh, Jabalpur. Uttar Pradesh, Prayagraj. Punjab and Haryana, Chandigarh. Which is the largest court appeal in India? Supreme Court. As regarding the others, the Indian Constitution adopted an integrated judiciary where the Supreme Court stands on top, which is the highest court of appeal in the country, and it is also called as court of last resort, apex court, etc. Decisions given by the Supreme Court of India are binding on territories of state, all state and union territories except Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir, only district court, all courts in India. Decisions made by Supreme Court are binding on all parts of India as it is the highest court of appeal. Who was the first Chief Justice of independent India? Harilal J. Kania. Justice Harilal J. Kania served as the first Chief Justice of India 1950 to 1951. Which of the following article is related to the ancillary powers of Supreme Court? Ancillary power of the Supreme Court is vested in Article 140. Which of the following article is related to the ancillary power of the Supreme Court? Article 144. Article 140 of the Indian Constitution has provision related to ancillary power of the Supreme Court. Union government has framed a scheme for setting up how many special courts to fast track criminal cases against tainted MP and MLA leaders. These are 12. The central government have to set up 12 special courts to swiftly remove criminal cases against tainted MPs and MLAs. Union and its territory. When was the State Reorganization Act passed by the Government of India? 1956. The State Reorganization Act 1956 reformed the boundaries of Indian states and territories, systemizing them on language base. The newly drafted Constitution of India, which came into force on 26 January 1950, distinguished states into 4 main types. This article briefly shares detail on the indifferent types of states as classified in the Constitution of India. Which present day India state came into existence as the Mysore state is 1953. That is Karnataka. Mysore state was a state within the Dominion and the later Republic of India from its formation in 1947 out of the territories of the Kingdom of Mysore until 1956 with Bangalore as its capital. The state was considerably enlarged in 1956 when it became a linguistically homogeneous Kannada speaking state within the Union of India. It was subsequently renamed as the state of Karnataka. Which of the following state emerged as separate state in 1963? Nagaland. Nagaland state was formed on 1 December 1963, separated from Assam. In which year was Jharkhand made a separate state of India? 2000. Jharkhand was founded by the Bihar Reorganization Act 2000 on 15 November 2000. Jharkhand became the 20th state of India. Jharkhand is also known as the land of forest or bushland. Which of the following state was not formed in the year 2000? Telangana. Telangana was formed on 2nd June 2014, while state Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand were formed on 1st, 9th and 15th of November 2000 respectively. In which of the following year did Telangana become the 29th state of India after the reorganization of state of Andhra Pradesh? Article 2014. In year 2014. In which year did the state of Himachal Pradesh come into existence? 1971. On 18 December 1970, the State of Himachal Pradesh Act was passed by Parliament and the new state came into being on 25th January 1971. Early 1971, Himachal Pradesh became the 18th state of India. When is the statehood day of Tripura observed? 21st January. The statehood day of Tripura is observed on 21st January. Full-fledged states under the North Eastern Region Reorganization Act 1971. In which of the following year was the Bombay Reorganization Act passed? 1960. The Bombay Reorganization Act was passed by the Parliament of India on April 25, 1960. The Act came into effect on May 1, 1960. Under this Act, Maharashtra and Gujarat were divided and both states attained statehood. Which part of Indian Constitution deals with the Union and its territories? Part 1. Part 1 of the Indian Institute deals with the Union and its territories. It covers Article 1 to 4. Manipur, Meghalaya and Tripura become state under Northeastern Areas Reorganization Act 1971. Manipur, Meghalaya and Tripura become state under Northeast Areas Reorganization Act 1971. Manipur, Meghalaya and Tripura become state under Northeastern Areas Reorganization Act 1971. In India, which of the following article of the Constitution of India provides for the formation of a new state? Article 3. Formation of new state, Article 3. Formation of new state, Article 3. The Article 3 of the Indian Constitution authorized some power whose brief description are to form a new state by separation of territory from any state or by uniting two or more states or part of state or by uniting any territory to part of any state. To increase the area of state, to diminish the area of the state, to alter the border of the state, to change the name of the state. The major difference between Article 2 and Article 3 is that Article 2 deals with establishing or admission of a new state from outside the Indian territory, whereas Article 3 provides the power to create new state from the existing states. Identify the newest as of January 2020 Union Territory of India from among the following. Ladakh. As of contemporary report, Ladakh is the newest UT among these options, as after the abolishment of Article 370, the state of Jammu and Kashmir got divided into UT of Ladakh, UT of Jammu and Kashmir. Hyderabad was included in Indian Federation in 1948. Hyderabad was included in India by police action in 1948. It was coded as Operation Polo. Which of the following states were included in Indian Federation during 1987 as 23rd, 24th and 25th state. Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh and Goa. Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram become states on 20th February 1987 as 23rd and 24th states respectively. Goa on 30 May 1987 as 25th state. Manipur, Meghalaya and Tripura celebrated their 48th day on I think so 48th statehood day. This should be B. That is 21st January 2020. In 1972, Manipur, Meghalaya and Tripura joined the Indian Union. Thus, the total number of states in India was increased to 21 on 21 January 2020. 3 states celebrated their establishment day on completion of 48 years of their formation. When did the Union Territories of Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli become a single Union Territory? That is 26 January 2020. Union Territory of Daman and Diu has been merged with the Union Territory of Dadar Nagar Haveli, and the new UT will be called Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu with effect from 26 January 2020. The number of Union Territories has now been increased to 8. Which of the following territories was the first to be part of Indian after independence? That is Dadar and Nagar Haveli. Dadar and Nagar Haveli was the first territory to be included on 11th August 1965. After the independence, it is a Union Territory of India. It has mostly rural population with 62% tribal population. Daman Ganga is a prominent river here which falls in Arabian Sea. How many districts are there in the Union Territory of Ladakh? There is 2 states. The territory of Ladakh consists of 2 districts, Kargil and Leh. Panchayat Raj system, 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment. Panchayat Raj system. A new chapter Panchayat Raj was added to Indian Constitution on recommendation of L.M. Singhvi Committee. It was added by 74th Constitution Amendment Act 1992. Rajasthan was the first state to set up Panchayati Raj system in Nagaur district on 2nd October 1959 by then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, followed by Andhra Pradesh. The committee involved to evolution of Panchayat Raj system is as follows: Balwant Rai Mehta Committee, Ashok Mehta Committee, G.B.K. Rao Committee and L.M. Singhvi Committee. The Panchayat Raj was first adopted by which of the following states? Rajasthan. The Panchayat Raj was first adopted by which of the following state? Rajasthan. Under which article of the Indian Constitution is the District Planning Commission constituted? Article 243ZD. Article 243ZD of the Indian Constitution account for certain provision related to the District Planning Committee. One of its important provision is that it mentions that a district planning committee must be set up in every state to consolidate the plans prepared by panchayat and municipalities and to determine a framework of development plan for district as whole. In which of the following state does the panchayat system exist? Arunachal Pradesh. Panchayat Raj institution is a system of rural local self-government in India. It was constitutionalized through the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 to build democracy at the grassroots level. Panchayati Raj system exists in Arunachal Pradesh, while Meghalaya, Nagaland, Mizoram have not been implemented due to socio-cultural and administrative reason. Panchayat Samiti at the block level in India is advisory body, coordinating authority only, supervisory authority only, administrative authority. Three-tier Panchayat Raj system has been established in India. Gram Panchayat at the village level, Panchayat Samiti at the block level, and Jila Panchayat Parishad at the district level. The Panchayat Samiti formed at block level is the administrative authority. Panchayati Raj system has an intermediate tier known as Panchayat Samiti. What is the term of elected representative of Gram Panchayat? It is 5 years. The representative of Gram Panchayat are elected for a 5 years term. As per the Constitution of India, panchayats at the intermediate level may not be constituted in a state having a population non exceeding 20 lakh. The Article 243B of the Indian Constitution contain provision related to panchayat. In every state there must Gram Panchayat at village level, Kshetra Panchayat as block level, Jila Samiti, Jila Panchayat at district level. But it further mentioned that in state where population is less than 20 lakh, then there won't be any Kshetra Panchayat in such states. West Bengal is the only state in India which obeys the provision of 4-tier Panchayat system. The three-tier local self-government doesn't include Gram Samiti. How many tier are there in Panchayati Raj system? 3. Every panchayat, unless sooner dissolved under any law for time being in force, shall continue for years from the date appointing for its first meeting, 5 years. Every panchayat, unless sooner dissolved under any law for the time being in force, shall continue for 5 years from the date appointed for its first meeting and longer. According to 243E of the Indian Constitution, the election for the fresh panchayat must be held before the term of the existing panchayat gets over. If it has been dissolved before the time, then fresh election must be held with 6 months from the date of dissolution. Election is a set of norms and guidelines to be followed by the political parties and contesting candidates during election time. That is code of conduct. Code of conduct is a set of norms and guidelines to follow by the political parties and contesting candidates during election time. Code of conduct. Code of conduct is guidance set up by the Election Commission of India to conduct fair elections in the nation. These guidelines tell about the do's and don'ts, do's and do nots that are to be followed by the parties partaking in the voting during election. These guidelines are valid till the election process gets over. Which of the following act introduced separate electorates, communal representation for Muslim? That is Act of 1909 and 1909. Indian Council Act of 1909, also called as Morley-Minto reform, brought series of reform measures. One of them was to grant separate electorates to Muslim. When was the first general election held in India? 1951 to 1952. The first general election was held between October 25, 1951 and February 21, 1952. Which one of the following does not come under social rights? Right to vote is not a social right. Right to vote does not come under social right, but it is a political right. Political rights entitle the citizen to equality before the law and participation in the political process. Which of the following is not a work of election commission? Allotment of election symbols, fixing of election dates, keeping the fairness of election. Above all three are correct, but D, selecting candidate for election, it is wrong. The candidate is not selected by election commission. The Election Commission of India is an autonomous constitutional authority responsible for administrating union and state election process in India and the office of the president and vice president. in the country. The Election Commission prepare, maintenance and periodically updates the electoral rolls while selecting candidates for election is not its function. The election in a political parliamentary assembly constituency to fill the vacancy arising during the tenure of the government by election commission. By election, it is a kind of election used to fill vacancy arising during tenure of government. When was the Election Commission of India formed? In 1950. It was established in accordance with the Constitution on 25th January 1950. Election Commission consists of one Chief Election Commissioner and two Election Commissioners. Article 234 of the Constitution has made the provision with regard to Election Commission. Which of the following authorities launched PPRTMS, Political Parties Registration Tracking Management System? That is Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India launched PPRTMS, Political Parties Registration Tracking Management System. To be a voter in India, what is the minimum qualifying age? 18 years. The Constitution 61st Amendment Act 1988 reduced voting age of the election to Lok Sabha and to the Legislative Assembly of State from 21 year to 18 year. This was done by amending article in 326 of the Constitution, which is concerned with election of the Lok Sabha and the Legislative Assemblies. Who was the first Indian Chief Election Commissioner? That is Sukumar Sen. Sukumar Sen was the first Chief Election Commissioner of India. He served from 21st March 1950 to 19 December 1958. He also served as the first Chief Election Commissioner in Sudan. Was the first Chief Election Commissioner of India. Sukumar Sen was the first Chief Election Commissioner of India. In which form of government rulers are elected by the people? Autocratic, aristocratic, democratic, monarchic. Democratic. In democratic type of government rulers are elected by the people. Who conduct the election of Lok Sabha in India? Election Commission. Election Commission conduct the election in India. What is the tenure of the Chief Election Commissioner of India? 6 year or up to the age of 65 year, whichever is earlier. 3 year or up to the age of 65 year, whichever is earlier. 5 year or up to the age of 65 year, whichever earlier. 4 year or up to the age of 65 year, whichever earlier. What is the tenure of the Chief Election Commissioner of India? That is 6 years or up to the age of 65 year, whichever earlier. The Chief Election Commissioner is the head of Election Commission. He is appointed by President. He has fixed tenure of 6 years or up to the age of 65 year, whichever is earlier. That is done for today.